Well, howdy do. I mean, that's so you can see me, but the beer's probably better looking than I am. I was going to change this thing. This angle makes my belly look big, but it's not the angle that makes my belly look big, it's my belly that makes my belly look big. So anyway, cut and action. Here we go. So what? So I have the Abita Spring IPA. Spring IPAs are seasonal. It's 6.2%, although their website says 6.25%, 65 IBUs. When I first saw Spring IPA, I thought they were going for a session IPA. Obviously at 6.2, 65, they're not. So I'm not sure what Spring IPA means to them, but what the hell, right? So the aromas are very nice on this. I'm going to read just a tad from their bottle here. Spring India Pale Ale is a West Coast style IPA. Oh, here we go again. Here we go again, damn it. With an upfront, intense hop flavor and aroma. Amarillo and Centennial hops give the brew a rich, resinous flavor, citrus and pine, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so here's the problem right off the bat, is that it has a big aroma. What is accepted as a West Coast IPA, mostly in the vicinity of San Diego, but what has generally been accepted as a West Coast style is a huge IPA. Most of them are 7%, 7.5%. Most are 70 IBUs and way up, anywhere between 70 and 100. So if I'm looking at a beer that is... It's the same mistake Sam Adams made with their Rebel IPA. I thought the Rebel IPA was a damn good beer. It just wasn't a West Coast IPA. I'm not even sure it's really an IPA. If they just would have said Sam Adams Rebel, Big Pale Ale, I think it would have sold like hotcakes because the flavor is great on it. It's just not what it's advertised to be. That's the same problem this beer is going to have. It's not what it advertises to be. It is not a West Coast style IPA. I mean, these folks, if you're gonna, if you're not from the West Coast, if you're gonna try to make a West Coast IPA, how about growing a pair of balls and actually brewing a fucking West Coast IPA? How about that? Anyway, I digress. So having said all that, this actually is a nice beer. It really is. If I had never read that back of the beer, if I just read Spring IPA 6265 and didn't know they were trying to make a West Coast IPA, I said this is a very fine and balanced IPA. Beautiful aromas, very earthy, very grassy, with hints of lemon and various other citrus going on. Nice kind of juniper-esque notes on the flavor, or the hop end anyway, as well as some nice citrus. And the flavors are nice. There's nothing wrong with this beer at all. Just like the Sam Adams Rebel. They're just not what has become accepted as the West Coast IPA. They are nowhere near the Green Flash West Coast IPA. I mean, you gotta, I don't even know what they're trying to do here. It just baffles me. You look at these beers and they say right on them 7%, 70 IBUs, 7.5, 75, 7.5, 85 IBUs. You know what they're going for, and yet you put out a beer that's 6.2%, 65 IBUs, and you want to be accepted as a West Coast IPA. No, it's not. If they would have left that off the frickin' label altogether, so we're just making a big Louisiana IPA, I'd drink this and say, damn, they are right on the money. But they're trying to be something they're not. And that's a problem that Sam Adams Rebel had. It's the same problem this beer is going to have. It's not going to sell as a West Coast. To take that off the damn label, just put Spring IPA. Boom! It's a nice beer. There's nothing wrong with it. It's put together fine. It's very well balanced. And let's be honest, the West Coast IPA isn't balanced, man. It is a hop-heavy, in-your-face beer. These beers are not. But I'm here on about an 80-degree Ozarks day, and I'm telling you, this thing is very pleasant. It is easy to drink. It is very enjoyable, and it works. I wish people would just, be what you are. Don't be what you are not. There you go.